feeling anxious baby 안아줘 바라카 소리 나 my baby I don't wanna know 우리의 미래 모래처럼 몰라 where it goes 난 아직 준비 안 됐어.
I don't really know what this video is going to be yet, but basically we're talking about
Just reflecting on the past.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we're just reflecting on our first semester of college at Duke. Just for some context, this past week was the last day of classes. These next couple weeks, it's all like reading period and exams. So it's really winding down now. Everyone's about to leave. I'm leaving tomorrow back home. But really, it's just exams, and our semester is done.
Yeah, that's 1/8 of college.
1/8 of college, already done.
Yeah.
Honestly, time has flied for me.
It really did fly.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's been a bit surreal, honestly.
No, for real. Like I remember like this past April, like getting into Duke, and then like the months of wait until coming into Duke.
Yeah, and now it's just
gone by.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
No, but it's been interesting because it can be scary, coming in from high school to college. Like, oh my God, I'm going to college. What am I going to do? So a lot of people have like social fears. Like, can I make friends? How are people going to vibe with me? And how are my classes going to be like? Those are all like fears that I came in with, and I think a lot of people come in with as well. And so I think one of the things I realized over the past semester is that everyone else has the same exact fears. And so no one's coming in here with everything figured out.
Yeah.
Right? And so once you understand that, once you understand that, I think it's going to be a lot easier to see people, to understand people, to make friends with them, to have like that social anxiety go away, because you have this like collective experience that you're about to have, and that you have had before, right? And so I think that can be like a good way to meet those challenges that you may face, that those thoughts that you may have when coming into college. And that people are a lot nicer than you think they are. Really, and that's one of the wonderful things about Duke, is that really everyone I've met has been really great, really talented, really fun people, interesting people.
Yeah, everyone's so nice.
Yeah.
Key thing is that like we're all struggling together. So, like coming into college, I was thinking like everyone would be this genius, Duke, top school, top 10 school, 4% acceptance rate.
Yeah. Something like that.
So something like 3.8, so like everyone's this genius and everything, and it's like really overwhelming coming in. But like really, everyone's just figuring out life as they go. Like no one knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Just taking it a day at a time.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so don't be too overwhelmed by like, college, like it's this massive thing. Take it a day at a time. And take it as a chance to like explore everything you can, because and you should obviously take it easy on yourself, take a nap if you need to, but there's just so much to do when you come to college. There are like clubs you can join, people you can talk to, and if you want like a really enriching experience, I feel like you have to like put yourself out there. That's something I had to learn, because it's not comfortable for a lot of people, but once you do that, you'll find that people you can talk to, things you can do, things you enjoy doing, that you can participate
in. One of the things I thought that I would do coming into Duke was I would hike a lot.
Hike a lot.
And I never hiked in high school at all, or never like went out. But for some reason, like, we had Duke Forest, we had the whole park and everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to be a hiker. I'm going to just run every day. And never happened.
Never happened.
Never happened. Well, one thing you guys should know, it's like, you don't just become a completely new person in college.
Yeah.
Like if you don't hike in high school, you're not going to start hiking in college.
Yeah, no, take it easy on yourself. It's not easy to change just like that.
Same with like being a morning person.
Yeah.
Like don't put all your classes in the morning just because you want to become a morning person.
Yeah.
If you're not a morning person, you're not a morning person. It's a whole thing to change.
Yeah, try to ease into it. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah. I have one friend, he has 8:30 classes. Like every day is 8:30.
That's rough.
And he was like, in high school I woke up at 7 every day for school, and so I can do this.
Yeah.
It's
he can't do this, I can't do this.
No. Big mistake. Mistake.
Yeah.
I highly recommend none of my classes start until after 12, which is a big win for me.
Yeah.
So Actually, okay, one thing I thought, and this is like personable to me, but I did think college would be much harder than it is, and it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, I think a lot of people ask me like, oh, how's college? How does it compare to like high school? I think well, it depends on like the type of high school you went to, and so like what kind of like workload are you used to going in, and then it depends on what classes you take here at Duke. I think we're both in like Trinity. We're taking like maybe more liberal arts, social sciences focused, econ, business, that kind of stuff, IR. And so if you talk to someone who's in Pratt, the engineering school, they're having a time. they're working. They're slogging.
Drowning in work.
Oh yeah, and so taking a lot of engineering classes, math classes, I'm sure is a lot more work. I'm writing essays, and you're writing essays. It's nothing easy, but I think that you gotta do a fair comparison, and so it depends on the class load that you're taking per semester. But so it really is up to you in that way.
Yeah.
So when you do select your classes, be careful about the times. If a lot of 8:30s, maybe you don't want that. Like completely STEM classes or completely humanities classes, maybe you don't want that either. And so one of the things Duke does is obviously they let you craft your own workload. You get that ability to control what kind of academic experience you want that semester. That's important.
100%. And another thing, it's like Duke doesn't have a lot of busy work in their class. At least in my classes, there's not a lot of busy work. Because the thing is, like, our professors know we're smart. Like, we got into Duke. So they don't try to, like, inundate us with just work. They just trust that we'll do the work we know we're doing.
Yeah.
So a lot of my assignments is just, like, I just have to read this paper and just be ready for class. Yeah. Whereas in high school, it's like, read the paper, answer an assignment so I know you read the paper, do this and that. Because they're really on you, trying to make sure you're doing your work. But at Duke, they trust you. Like, they know you are smart. So.
Yeah, I think that's a big difference from high school and college. And then one of the things you'll notice is that there are not a lot of, like, just assignments. You're not gonna just have, like, worksheets that are gonna go in the grade book.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be, from classes, it's gonna be like midterm 1, midterm 2, final.
Exactly.
That's it. Or like 3 essays and a final. That's it.
Yeah, because it's one that all the work has a purpose. But it's also like the professors have things to do too. They don't just want to be grading work every day. Like a lot of my professors, like they have their own like they see this like as a side job kind of.
Yeah.
Because they got their own like passion
Research.
projects and stuff. Yeah. So they're not trying to just grade papers all day, which is really interesting because like all your professors are these very accomplished people.
Yeah, and so you'll meet someone professors like PhD, maybe even double PhD. It's an amazing person in their field. But I think it happens at every college where you realize this person cannot teach for their lives.
Right.
Because that's not what they do. What they do is research. Teaching is like a side job, like Ethan said. And so, yeah, teaching is not for everyone, and so I think that's something you got to look out for as well, something to expect.
Yeah.
The battery's going to die.
Oh, no. Okay, that's okay. I think we still have some time.
Yeah.
For me, it was really important to connect with my professors.
Oh yeah.
I've had this one professor who's just amazing. Shout out Jed Simmons. He's connected with me with so many influential people because he always brings guest speakers to speak to us, and like the guest speakers always like give their contact information to us, which is really nice. Like this one guy, he's a YouTube executive. He came to speak to us. I got my YouTube channel, so I reached out to him. He's become like a very great help to me. And just in general, like, the professors are there to, like, they want you to succeed.
Yeah.
So
for the most part. I think a lot of professors... No. I said, some of them think of it as a side job. A lot of them are really invested in this part of their job. And so that's one of the things I've noticed as well.
How have you been socially? What have been, like, the highlights?
Highlights?
Or just takeaways?
Takeaways, I'd say that, like I said... You go in with O week, orientation week, and they have these events planned. These basically entire freshman class, and like everyone's in this one space. It's scary, You don't know what to do, who to say hi to. Everyone seems to be in their groups already, and you feel lost. But I think that you take it one step at a time. You just be genuine, just be yourself, and if you're uncomfortable, like just going up to yourself, introducing people, I can't do that, and so you don't have to do that. Don't feel pressure to do that. I think that once classes start, once you start getting involved in like clubs and other organizations on campus, start taking classes, and you'll find people who like have similar interests, or like people like with very different interests even, who are interesting. And so I think that's, if you feel overwhelmed in a week, I think everyone I talk to says, I was so overwhelmed those first 2 weeks, so that first week.
Yeah.
And so everyone's in that same boat. And so I think that taking one step at a time, just, be patient. You're not going to find your, soulmates and, your best friends in the first couple of weeks, or even month, or even the first semester. I think that you need to, give it some time, and it'll happen. And so, I've gone into, each interaction, with my most genuine self. At least I try. And I think other people do that as well. And I think that people genuinely are interested in the things you do. They want to be friends with you. They want to be nice. And so I don't think there's as much of a reason as I thought there would be to be anxious or nervous about any social situation. But yeah,
because you come into college orientation week, and it's just like so much things to do, so many people in these groups, and that makes you think like you need to be talking to everyone, that everyone should know you. And that's like really superficial. That's not at all how like friendships are made or anything. Because it was literally just those 2 weeks, and then once classes started, it's a whole different thing. That's one of the things I learned in college. Is like just being genuine and just personable with everyone's more important than just going up to people and say, hey, my name is whatever. Like literally in orientation week, like I just said like the same 3 things all the time. It's, like,
what's your major?
Where I'm from, what's my major,
what dorm are you in?
What dorm am I in? And that, like, you don't connect with anyone through that. One of the things I've noticed, like, socially, too, you can have some just great conversations and just, like, random moments throughout the day. Like, that, you need to make sure you cherish those things. Because, like, you're living with these amazing people, like, thousands of amazing people. And so, like, I'll just, like, be walking around and I see a friend and I just have, like, a great conversation with them. And that's just an amazing thing that I didn't really have in high school.
Sure.
Because in high school, it's like, you're either in class or you're going to your next class.
Yeah.
But here, you're living the whole day. So there's a lot of time to talk with people. It's just really nice. It's just really important to be open to new conversations and stop trying to, like, rush to wherever you're going. Just stop and, like, smell the roses. Smell the metaphorical roses.
Yes. No, I think that also, something people, do maybe sometimes is judge people by appearances. You look at, we do it so often, like, that person is probably not going to be of any interest to me or something like that. Sometimes people surprise me, like there's that one guy who's, like this amazing, at cardistry, or like, loves like this amazing, very niche hobby, and you just have a conversation with them and you get to, realize that there are just so many interesting people. I mean, they're here for a reason. Right? The people who come here, I think, and a lot of colleges, I think that it's really a place for interesting people. It's a nexus of interesting people. And so everyone's going to have something interesting to share about themselves. And I think that we should, and our lives are enriched by, knowing about those things as well. So pursue those conversations if we can.
Yeah, like everyone's so interesting. I have this one friend, I don't know if I should, I won't say his name, but we're very good friends. But, I'm just chilling with him, and he's like this very fun party guy. And then I hear that he wrote this like 80-page book, and like I would not have thought that he was this writer at all. And then he writes this book, and it's like amazing, and I'm like bonded with these characters and everything. And it's just like everyone has their own passion, their own little niche interest, which is just so amazing. Shout out Sammy.
Yeah, there we go.
It's Sammy, he has the book. If he sees this, he'll know. His mom watches.
Oh, really? So, okay, nice.
You've learned?
I think keep a balance. And that's like good life advice. It's not just good like college advice. And like I haven't perfected it. I don't think anyone, this young is probably gonna perfect keeping a balance. Do we ever? I don't know. But try to, at least. I think that don't make your entire college life about like work. And don't make it entirely about like your social life. You're not gonna benefit at all from that. And there are, like we said, interesting conversations to be had in your social sphere and interesting like things to learn and gain from your academic sphere. So just try to get like both, have the best of both worlds. That should be the attitude, I think.
Yeah.
And so don't have academics not for me, or social life is not for me. Both are very important for your mental health and for your development. And so keep that balance. That's it.
Keep the balance. And then I would probably say, or just if we're talking about like final takeaways from the semester, I really think it's important to maybe keep everything in perspective too.
Yeah.
Because it's still really easy for a lot. If you got stressed a lot in high school, like you can easily stress yourself out in college too. But one of the most important things is that you have to realize, like especially right now, like no one really cares about your first semester in college. Like as like people that are gonna hire you, that are gonna be like, oh, you got a B in your first semester? I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
So like you really need to put into perspective everything that you're doing. College is even just one small part of your life, and it just helps not to be that stressed out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's good advice.
But yeah, overall, great first semester. Definitely looking forward to the next semester.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be nice.
So.
It's gonna be nice. Duke basketball. We're gonna hopefully win.
Go to one game at least.
We're gonna go to one game. We haven't been to a game yet.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to one game, and then we're also gonna win the NCAA.
That we are. Yeah.
We're gonna all March Madness. It's us.
It's us.
But yeah,
get those brackets ready there.
100%.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys are making brackets, you gotta put Duke first.
Oh yeah.
All of them. I don't care how many brackets you make. You're putting Duke first every time. I used to put Duke first every time before coming to Duke, and I didn't even want to go to Duke. So now I'm here, and I'm not a bandwagon anymore because I go to Duke.
Exactly.
Right?
We are the go.
We are. Yeah. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.
Travel to the moon.